Welcome to Historical Echoes, the podcast in where we dive deep into the lives and legacies of the figures who shaped our world. And today, we're exploring the life, works, and impact of Jose Rizal, one of the Philippines' most celebrated national heroes.
At di lamang siya basta-basta national hero, dahil siya yung pambansang bayani ng beloved country natin, the Philippines. Ako si Jelaine at kasama ko sina Brix, Ali, Gab at Fiona sa podcast natin for today.
Na-call out pa nga. So ano pa bang hinihintay natin, di ba? Let's get started! So, Jose Rizal was born on June 19, 1861 sa Calamba, Laguna. Kung may Olympics ng multitasking, siguradong panalo na si Rizal dyan. He was a doctor, a writer, artist, and more. Grabe, overachiever talaga siya.
Seriously, Ali. Hirap na nga ako mag-binge watch ng Netflix eh. Alam mo naman, hanggang ngayon, di pa man din ako tapos panoorin yung Queen of Tears. Tapos, alam mo ba, sinimulan ko rin panoorin yung Marry My Husband. Nako, dala-dalawa na pinapanood kong K-drama these days. Lalo na patapos na rin ang school year natin. Sa wakas.
Shala, sana all my time. Dinudugo na ilong ko sa course natin eh. Why, ba't ba napunta usapan natin dyan? We should talk about Rizal for today's video. Ay mali, podcast pala. Sensya na mga lods. O ito na nga't let's formally begin. We learned sa subject nga natin na Rizal's education in Manila and Europe gave him a broad perspective on social and political issues, which fueled his reformist ideas. Yung mga novels niya, Noli Me Tangere at El Filibusterismo, sobrang impactful.
Parang impactful. Mas impactful pa ba yan kaysa sa kilikili fireworks ni... Uy! Bawal pala niyan dito. Delikado, baka makulong.
Sandali lang guys. Bago tayo mag-dive sa novels, pag-usapan muna natin ang background ni Rizal. 7th siya sa 11 children at dahil well-off ang family niya, nakapag-aral siya ng mabuti.
Grabe no, sana all well off. So yaman. Winawonder ko tuloy kung napatol ba si Rizal sa body. Ano, wali. Tandog siya ng podcast. Huy!
Hi! Tigil mo nga yan. Academic podcast to, Huwag mong pairalin yung kalandian mong yan. Lugar.
Nakakainis.
So, ayun nga. Hindi na matapos-tapos eh. He went to Ateneo Municipal de Manila and later studied at the University of Santo Tomas. Pero yung time niya sa Europe, doon talaga siya nahubog, di ba? Ay, nahubog. Deep word.
True lala Ali, kasi diba sa Europe, exposed siya sa Libera. Tsaka sa mga progressive ID. Nakakailan na ako. Yun nga, exposed siya sa liberal and progressive ideas ng panahon. And di pa nag-aral siya ng medicine sa Universidad Central de Madrid. For despite of that, excelled din siya sa arts and literature. So, imagine mo na lang, juggling medical school habang sumusulat ka ng novels tsaka gumuguhit ng sketches. Di ba? Para siyang, 19th century Renaissance man. Renaissance!
Shala, di mo carry Renaissance. O, spell mo nga yan.
Epal kate.
At speaking of his novels, Noli Me Tangere or Touch Me Not.
Wow, translator ang atake ng A above na dito.
Seryoso kasi. Etong novel niyang yan, hindi yan soap opera. Na-publish yan noong 1887. It exposed social injustices in the Philippines, lalo na yung abuses ng Spanish friars at officials. Para siyang nag-drop ng truth bomb sa kalagitnaan ng conservative society.
Grabe pala talaga yung nangyayari before, no? Everything he wrote mirrored the reality pala back then. Parang na-realize ko lang now.
Sim, tapos sumunod yung El Filibusterismo na na-publish noong 1891 na mas radical pa.
Anong radical na naman yan, te? Stop Englishing me nga.
Baliw, makinig ka kasi. Yun nga, yung second novel naman niyang yan, may kwento. Walang sasapaw It portrayed the darker, more revolutionary side of Rizal. Parang naging mas galit siya sa injustices and he called for more drastic reforms. Parang Noli was the wake-up call and then El Fili was the call to action.
It was like a plan and the initiate move, no? Grabe talaga brain cells nitong si Rizal.
Yung novels ni Rizal parang 19th century version ng viral tweet sa Twitter.
Hindi, naka-threads na kami.
Ay, ang pangit mo manira ng joke, be ha. Huwag kang umepal. So, yun nga. Sobrang daming napag-usapan at na-inspire. And they didn't just inspire ordinary Filipinos. They also influenced leaders like Andres Bonifacio, who founded the Katipunan and led the Philippine Revolution.
Ayun, tumpak. Realize yan so much. Kaya ito ang malaking debate. Dapat ba si Bonifacio ang national hero natin instead of Rizal?
Great question, Fiona. Imagine na may kausap kang kaibigan or someone you know lang na sinasabing si Bonifacio dapat ang national hero. Paano mo yun i-handle, Fiona? Ano, sasabunutan mo ba? O backstabin mo ba? Fuy, ang ugali.
Well, I'd start by saying, hey, I get it. Bonifacio was a badass. Pero sasabihin ko rin na crucial yung intellectual groundwork ni Rizal.
Sinasabi mo lang yan kasi taga Rizal ka.
Decision ka, te. Taga Laguna ako.
Ay, Laguna ba? Sorry.
Yanti, asumpa, wala ka nang ginawang tama.
Ba't ko pa kasi kayo kagrupo? Di na matapos-tapos tong sinasabi ko. Ayun nga, ito na. Makinig ng mabuti His ideas sparked the revolutionary spirit. Para siyang scriptwriter. Tapos si Bonifacio yung action hero na nagdala ng script to life. Kailangan natin pareho.
So, you mean to say, you'd educate her about that?
Sim.
Move forward na tayo, guys. Rizal's critic wasn't just limited to politics. Aware ba kayo doon?
Hindi ako nakikinig.
Oh, ito. He also took a critical look at the church. Hindi siya anti-Christian, pero galit siya sa corruption and exploitation ng Spanish friars. His nuanced view of religion is still relevant today.
Paano naging relevant? Like, in the leadership way ba ng friars before? Ganon? Or like yung educational system? Like that?
Baliw talaga. Ikaw lang rin sumagot sa tanong mo.
Ay, we ba?
Tama na. Ako nagsasalita. Alam nyo ba? Hoy, galit. No, actually, alam nyo, Rizal's critique of the church is like a subplot in a really intense drama. He believed in a pure form of Christianity, free from the corruption he saw. Ahead of his time talaga siya. Parang ina-advocate niya yung moral integrity and social justice.
Yes. Parang nabasa ko din yan before. Kasi parang iyan rin naman talaga yung purpose niya all the way, right?
Oo, be. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin nung sinabi ni Constantino na the first Filipino will be negated by the true Filipino. Does this mean na pag ni-replace natin si Rizal as the national hero, mawawala rin ang national identity natin? Anong views niyo dyan?
I don't think so. It's more about evolving our understanding of what it means to be a Filipino.
Exactly, Rabbi. The true Filipino should embody the values of bravery, intelligence, and the pursuit of justice. Rizal and Bonifacio both exemplify these qualities, di ba? Pwedeng sabay silang mag-contribute sa identity natin.
Actually, tama. Because Rizal's legacy isn't just about his martyrdom naman, di ba? It's about his ongoing influence on Filipino identity. Kasi he advocated for reforms, human rights, and education as well. So, yung mga ideas niya, buhay pa rin talaga as of today. So, wow. Very much wow.
Yes, and sana maging aware din dyan yung mga next generations or the youth nga naman. We must learn to reflect from the past, lalo na't part sila sa pagkamit ng independence na siyang we experience after the colonizers made an impact and came to our own motherland.
Plus, kailangan talaga nating patuloy na pag-aralan ang mga figures na to. You know, it helps us to appreciate the complexities of our history and then it guides us in building a better future. Ang history kasi hindi siya static. It's an ongoing dialogue.
Amen to that, Ali. Alam nyo, history is like a giant puzzle. We need all the pieces to see the full picture. And sometimes, we need to revisit those pieces to understand them better.
Ay, wow. Uy, nakakailang ka na sa English mo Sabing nagna-nosebleed na ako dito
Walang pinagbago talaga, no? OA ka pa rin kahit scripted na tong podcast natin ngayon.
Ay, sorry sis. Attitude ka masyado today Red days ba?
Oo, kala ko panahon lang ang mainit, pati rin pala dugo ko sa'yo.
Oh, tama na nga ang bangayan. We are nearing the end of this podcast na.
Pero going back nga sa sinabi ni Fiona, we need to revisit those pieces in order to understand them. Like when you're missing that one piece and it's under the couch lang pala the whole time. Ganun. But, seriously guys, we hope this discussion has given you a deeper understanding of Rizal and his lasting impact.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.
Ayan. So thank you for listening to our tonight's EP here at Historical Echoes. We really do hope that you guys now have a better understanding about the life, works, and the impact of Jose Rizal, no? So don't forget to subscribe and share this episode with anyone interested in Philippine history. Now as we end our podcast, let us listen to Izamil's Tayo Pilipino to touch our Filipino hearts from deep within. Again, this is your host Bricks, and goodbye for now, listeners.
Mga kababayan!
Wish
Turn up!
1075.
Tayo Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa pagsig ng ating tubo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo, huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo. Pangyayari sa mga paligana sa mundo, kinabukasan na natin to. Hey, keep one in your mouth when you lying and stay on my business or watch you dying. I'm taking my people to highest rate crime, but regular living, and that's what I'm trying to prove. Instead of just lying in boots, first true Filipino rapper on the news. Enjoy it if you cool. Haters cause news while I put my city on the map. 2200, long up a city, no cap. Never forgetting the street where my cousin would sit, where we always just listen to rap. Kendrick, Emin ASAP with some metal and mammy, we turn up with that. Been mundane till the sun came, now I want fame like a kid in a trap. Hey, I've been in Spain, but the letter S is silent. I'm claiming my reign like a king so I can water crops for surviving. Go away if you trippin'. Had a homie, he was crippin'. Ain't got no love for the people who talk over songs when they claiming they listen. These bars never done. 3 stars in the sun. Ayy, blue, red, Drake down on the flag. No, we never fear none. Most of us didn't grow up with a trust fund. Know that I'm willing to kill for a loved one. I'm on the move from another in the summer, reminding my people to shout. Tayo Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa pagsik ng ating dugo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo, huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo. Pangyayari sa mga paligana sa mundo, kinabukasan na natin to. Ay, kung inakala mong isang lingwahe lang kaya gamitin ni easy, may laka mapapala ko ganyan ka mag-isip kay bathala. Kasi singil utang na galing sa loob na lumutang, hinain sa turon na may pusang sinain sa Ilocano. Uray no nga ibagakin niya yuti-o, tituyak lang nga gur-urin mo sinuti agdayo. Tapno asas ang itam akin, tiwagas mo ang payo. Natakay kaya tumok patayod ka kanato'y bayo. Si kayo nga amin, lahat kayo, all of you. Ever since bata ako, I've been kinda discriminated in my own home country. Some say like, puti mo tisoy. I ain't tisoy, I'm Pinoy. And it's weird that nobody will ever look at me the same way. Gonna make it all the time, but it was true. Naysayers na nalala na ako na mula pa ni pinugutan sila po sa makta na lahat na nasakta na nalaman nila na pinatay ang kanila bayani sa karagatan na bansa na pag-aari ng Pilipino. Despite any turmoil, I'll be proud of my soil. Bakit? Kasi tayo Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat, isa sa puso. Mapatagalog, Bisaya o Ilocano, walang tatalo sa pagsik ng ating dugo. Isigaw ng malakas ang ating panalo, huwag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo. Pangyayari sa mga paligana sa mundo, kinabukasan na natin to.
Wish exclusive on Wish 1075.
Till next time.